Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Monday morning. Let's see. Today is September 15th. How are we halfway through September? All right. It appears our volume is working. Yay! Great job, Stephen. Working volume is always a good thing.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're here to bring you some news in the ABA space, from the ABA space.
Sure. Hi everyone. We do billing now. If you want some billing services, you can reach out to info@3pisquared.com. We do it for 2.99%.
And good morning to you too. Happy Monday.
Good morning. All right. You ready?
I am ready. I have my coffee. Cheers. And ready to go.
Okay. So we have two articles. One's great and one's wild.
Okay, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for this. All right. For those who are joining us for the first time, welcome. We are here live today, and then you will find our recording on our podcast on Tuesdays.
It wasn't last
Yeah,
week.
we missed it last week, but we are back to it this week.
Yeah.
So So if you want to catch this tomorrow or listen again or tell your friends, the podcast will be available for tomorrow. All right, let's take it away. News for today. TRICARE's autism report from demonstration to basic benefit. So the National Academies reviewed TRICARE's autism demonstration and recommended ABA become a basic benefit. The report found ABA effective, but flagged major problems: red tape, unnecessary assessments, and limits on where services can be delivered. So it's great that they see this as the ABA meets medical evidence standards. I mean, wow, that's a really good check in, and moving in the right direction.
I mean, I've been waiting for this thing to come out, and maybe I don't know. I saw some post, and it seemed like maybe they were gonna say, I don't know about this, but it was great. They were, this works. It needs to be a basic benefit. We need to remove all of the burden from this process, limiting assessments, not allowing it in school, right? This is
yeah, I mean, this
now,
is really good news.
Whether they take that or not and actually do it, that's different, right? But yeah, it was a really. I only read the summary for anyone listening because I don't have that much time to invest in this. But curious if you did read the entire paper, if you have anything else to share. But it seemed like it was pretty much all good news. So
that's great. I think one of the big things is that they see the burden, right?
Yeah.
And that they're like, hold on a minute, maybe we could reduce some of that, right? To help more families access this, because they're saying that it's effective, and that's good.
Yeah, I'll slide over to the story.
Okay.
Just so we can go over the main points of this one. I think you should still be able to see my screen. Yeah. So ABA works. There's evidence that ABA improves outcomes. Families were buried in paperwork. Enrollment had too many steps. Parents had to go through too much stress, tests, use service navigators, and deal with restrictions on where services could happen. Providers were frustrated. Rules didn't leave room for individualized care. Too much documentation required, and required assessments didn't match treatment goals. Assessments didn't make sense. Forced to use certain assessments, and limit on goals and settings. Wasn't allowed to target daily living skills. I don't understand why, right? Like this whole thing is wild to me.
But it's like validation at least, right? So
Yeah.
it's like a step in the right direction. And hopefully they'll be able to take this and do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going to therapy and saying, "Hey, I have this really hard, like I'm struggling in this one area," and oh, you can talk about anything but that, right? Like you're
Right.
You're not allowed to. It's just wild to me that's even a thing. So yeah, it seemed like it was all good news. Here's where I go. Like, this is good now? What's the bad, right? And so my concern at this point is that. Okay, let's say they implement all of this, and oh, by the way,
Right.
we're only going to do this for accredited companies. So now,
So you're not saying this is in place yet. This is
No,
just
no,
your
no.
theory. This is your
just-
thoughts.
yeah,
Like
this-
maybe
yeah.
what barriers are they going to put in place?
Put on your tinfoil
yeah.
hat,
Yeah.
right? And this is where I
Come
think
down
this
this
goes.
rabbit hole with us.
So I'm this is my concern, right? So I don't know if this is true or not, right? Like maybe they don't do anything with it for 5 years, right?
Right.
I don't know, but that I could see like super obvious. Oh yeah, okay, fine, we're gonna do this, but this is how we're gonna do it, right?
Right.
So I don't know.
Okay.
So there is that one. Yeah.
So what can you do as a business owner? Pay attention to policy shifts, right?
Yep.
Just stay in the know. Simplify family and billing processes to avoid the same pitfalls. What can you do to help, like, to stay still? Of course, stay within the limits that that you need to, and do all the things that all your payers want. But how can you make that more simplified, and how can you hold the hands of your caregivers and clients and to get that stuff done so that it's not such a barrier? And then keep an eye out for possible accreditation requirements tied to coverage, and start doing some internal audits to figure out, like, where do you stand if you were needing to get accreditation. What would that look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been preaching this for a while now, but accreditation is coming. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And so, like, I would, if I were you and you're listening to this, I would go to Jade Health BHCOE accreditation, and I would go to ACQ, Autism Commission on Quality. Both of them, I believe, you can download their accreditation requirements if you get on their mailing list, and then I think they email it to you. I think that's how, I can't remember. It's been a while, but then you can download and see what they need. Because if this does happen, if all of a sudden one major funder says, "Oh, by the way, we're going to do this now," this is going, like, it does take a while to get accredited. I don't know the time frame. Anybody that has been through accreditation, feel free to drop a comment and see how long it took.
Well, I think there's like the prep work to get ready for
totally.
it.
And then
that's going to depend on where you are,
Right.
and and all of that.
Yes.
And then the next step is, like, it sounds like it takes months potentially to
yes.
get a credit. Like,
Yes.
once you start the process with an actual agency.
Correct.
And then, okay, so I'm just going to throw this out here. I think there's ABAI accreditation also. Is that a thing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
So we need to look that up.
Yeah.
If anybody knows about that. If
Uh-huh.
anybody knows of any other accreditations
Well, that's
out
cool
there
if there is another accreditation.
that we're unknowing of, that we don't know about, we would love to hear about that. I just had heard about it, and I haven't had a chance to look into it further, but I just thought I'd throw it out there just to see.
I mean, regardless, right? Like, if there is another accreditation out there, grab that one too, right? Like, I would urge you to go out and gain some knowledge about what is required of you, because unfortunately, in this situation, in my opinion, there's going to be winners and losers. And the people that put this off and delay and don't prepare for this, eventuality are going to get hit. They're going to get left behind. The companies that are ready to drop, like at the drop of a hat, go in, submit their accreditation. What's going to happen? They're going to get accredited. These other companies are not. This means they can't provide services anymore. This means that the companies that are accredited get more clients, probably get more staff, right? So this is just something to be aware of. Please get ready for this. The big companies, this is not going to be a problem for them. Like it's not. It's going to be a problem for these smaller practices, and so I would please prepare for this.
All right.
Okay.
Next article.
So this one's wild to me. This is a
Okay.
crazy.
Publix? Like Publix, the grocery store?
Yeah. So apparently, they have their own like I don't know if it's self-funded. It's like one of those self-funded.
Like a corporation like that
yeah.
has that for their
their
employees.
own
Like
plan. Yeah. I can't remember. I've lost it in my brain what those are called, but you know what I'm talking about.
self-funded?
I don't think
No.
it's self-funded. It's like where they control their own plan, right?
Like Micron
yes,
and
yes,
things like that. And
Microsoft
Apple
and these
Microsoft.
huge Amazon, right?
Right.
So I believe that's
Okay.
what happened. And so there was this company, ABA Centers of America. And by the way, this is all allegations. So please, two companies that seem to be okay with suing people, don't sue me, right? So what apparently took place, as far as Publix is alleging, is that American or ABA Centers of America were charging as high as $990 per 15 minutes for services for 97153. Yeah. I mean, and so I guess they like did an out of network.
Did they put the decimal in the wrong place? Is it
So
like 99?
So they did this like out of network contract with them, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Like it's like kind of like a single case agreement type thing.
Well, this is the
maybe?
thing, right? And so again, I find this story so fascinating because my my history with out of network is you sign the single case agreement and you accept the rates that they provide, which are typically their in-network benefits, right? Well, apparently that's not what happened in this case. And so Publix approved these authorizations and these rates, again, allegedly. And so ABA Centers of America is like, dude, you accepted these rates. And so now they're countersuing, saying you haven't paid us. And so like there's like I went down, I gave myself, I think it was 30 minutes just to like look at this story. I went to the here, I'll go to the other screen. So I went to the whatever it was called. I'm not an attorney, and you probably are aware of this by now. But there's I went to the lawsuit and I started kind of reviewing it. And there's this thing, it's called shotgun pleading. So again, allegedly, apparently, I don't know what word to use here, but none of this has been adjudicated in court. So this is all allegations at this point. But from what I understand, is that the federal court dismissed Publix's original complaint because for shotgun pleading in quotes. So apparently they found fraud, what they considered fraud, on some things, but then they just said, well, because of that fraud, I have all these other problems, right?
Right.
And so they like.
Well, that's what happens in any kind of case.
Yeah.
Like
So they were like, whoa, you can't do that. You can't just say, okay, you found it here, so obviously it's over here too. They needed more information and they had to change. So the judge apparently gave them an opportunity to revise the case. I think they had until September. So they had until September 11th. So I assume that they have submitted it already, but I didn't see any update to the information on the website. Anyway, you can check out the behavioral health business coverage, because that's where I first saw it, and then you can check out the actual complaint and the amendments to it here. Anyways, I just found this wild because, like, again, how did you get this funder? Because it's like, I think it's Blue Cross Blue Shield, right? And again, like, how did you get this person to agree to $4,000 an hour? Right? That's wild to me. Like, how did you get that? Right? Tell me your secrets. You know? So I'm not saying that everyone should
we should be charging that much
an hour.
But so even if they didn't pay for it, doesn't it fall onto like
that's
the families to
that's
cover
the other thing, right? So like, how does this work? Like, do they get the remittance and it says, well, okay, fine, we'll pay 90%. Okay, great. So you paid $3,600, but now the $400 is on the parents, right? Like, I don't know how that per hour.
Right.
So I don't know how this all works. I have no idea. This is wild to me when I saw this, and so I thought, why not share it with everyone? It's just a very interesting story, and so if you all have any feedback on how to get different rates when you're providing out-of-network services. Because again, my experience has been you sign a single case agreement, and part of that is that you then accept the rates that they give you, right? So yeah, it's wild.
It's wild. It really is.
And that's it. That's all I got for the news. If you do figure out how to charge people that much money for your services, I will definitely take on your billing at 2.99%, because that would be great for all of us.
Well, in case you're unaware of the sarcasm here, yeah, like don't like, who charges, like, you can't charge that much. That's not ethical.
I mean it was so.
It is wild. I'm like, my head is still spinning. Like, what? Oh, I have a lot of questions, so I'll be curious to see where this goes.
Yeah, there was only one other like article out there about this, but it was behind a paywall, and like I said, I have limited time to invest in this. It's a fun little project that we're doing here with the news, just trying to keep everybody up to date. But I only have a certain amount of time to invest in this, and I just couldn't go any further.
No, that makes perfect sense. And if nothing else, like, we're just here to get the conversation started and let you know, like, there are things out there that you can, if you have the time, then you want to look further into it, go for it. Yeah. Well, that's the news. And that note, right?
That's it.
That's it for today. Well, if you don't, or if you aren't already subscribed to our podcast, please subscribe, leave and rate. And we our longer format regular podcast comes out every Thursday. It used to be Friday, but now it's Thursday, and it's been Thursday for a while, but my brain still goes back to Friday. But anyway, so catch our newest podcast on Thursday, and we're also on YouTube. if you wanna see us as we chat about these things.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. I hope you have an amazing Monday, and can't wait to see you next time.
See ya.